Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome JC Eaglestalk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for having me on your channel, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. So I really wanted to talk to you because of our team that's playing on week 2. Get that inside information so I could go tell my team, hey, this is what's going on over there. So hey, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, man, most definitely, man. That's going to be an interesting matchup, especially when it comes down to I think the Eagles give us a good problem when it comes to their defensive line. So last year they kind of like went after Nick Mullins, who is your quarterback now. But all right,
Yeah.
okay, let's get to that debate, man. What's the most interesting position as an Eagles fan? Like, I've got a couple buddies of mine who are Philadelphia Eagles fans, and this is all I hear about. But Which is the position that comes to mind that you looking forward to training camp?
Well, it was CB2, but as you know, yesterday we signed Steven Nelson to a 1-year, slightly over $4.1 million. I mean, he's a solid DB. So that was the biggest need for the Philadelphia Eagles. Every Philadelphia content creator, CB2, and then right on time we got him. But besides that, our left tackle position, last year we had big boy Mariota, and now because the original was supposed to be Andre Dillard, but he got hurt, and so hey, Mariota was thrown into the fire, and he held it. I mean, he held up pretty well. So, and I think, and our middle linebacker, hey, we don't know, and we got like 6 of them, so we don't know exactly who's going to start. But yeah, man, overall our team. Well, I like the Philadelphia Eagle roster right now. They're young. They have the perfect balance of veterans and rookies. So especially that quarterback, Jalen Hurts, which I think is going to open a lot of people's eyes, But hey, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. Hey, huge shout out to Russ 1K Only Gaming. I had him as one of my followers before, but I haven't seen him in a minute. But hey, he's an Eagles fan like you, man.
Okay, all right. What's up, Russ?
Yeah, go check out his channel. He's an Eagles fan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get on to that debate about it, man. Like quarterback position, man. How do you feel about Jalen Hurd? But do you like the backup depth also, or is it kind of a little bit of a shaky question for you guys?
Well, man, our backup right now will be Joe Flacco, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we do got Joe Flacco and Mullins, So we're going to see. But Joe Flacco remind me of a Nick Foles. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want him to start a lot of games, but he got the veteran presence, the Super Bowl winning mindset already. He knows what it takes to do, to come in there and not lose the game for you. So, but Jalen, man, Jalen. Look, I love Jalen Hurts. At the time, I didn't love the pick at the time because it was a 2nd-round pick we gave up, to draft Jalen Hurts. And we had Carson Wentz still. So that was a very high pick, especially if you had a franchise quarterback. But now, look, I'm ready for Jalen Hurts to take over, man. Like, he remind me of just coming in the league, Russell Wilson type. His body style, his mindset, his leadership, the way he commands the huddle. I mean, even the veterans, Lane Johnson, the Fletcher Cox and Kels, they all raving about him. So they excited. The city of Philadelphia is excited, man.
I mean, he's been good on 2 different college programs, especially my Oklahoma Sooners. He got to push him further to the playoffs. But the thing with Jalen Hurts is, man, he was on a good program when it came to Alabama and all this. Oh, there's 19s over here, another Eagles fan.
Yes, sir. That's my guy.
Haven't seen this guy in a minute, but he usually comes around the stream, but it's been like a long minute for this guy. But yeah, that's cool. But yeah, dude, the thing about the Eagles, man, it's like you guys have like one of the most passionate fan base when it comes down to it. Like, as far when it comes down to the losing type of side, you guys lose it, bro. You guys lose your mind, bro. It's like, what is it with this? Is it like your addiction of the team? Like, oh man,
it's just the fan base, man. Like blue collar, hard working fans. You know, hey, every time you have those type of fans, especially back in the day when the old Vets stadium we had, no team wanted to come inside that stadium. One, it was so crappy, like the field was nasty. People tore some ACLs on that field, so nobody wanted to come there. But the fans, and they travel very well. The Philadelphia Eagle fans, we will sell out almost every other team stadium because we there. I mean, they passionate, hardworking, blue collar, and look. If you're doing good, they love you. If you're doing bad, they boo you. But they gotta see the effort. I mean, you could lose, but if you see the effort, man, all right, man. You know what? Yeah, hey, he's gonna be all right. You know, hey, we got his back. But to play in the city of Philadelphia, you have to have a strong mindset. You have to. Like it broke players, like Carson Wentz. Like he could not handle Philadelphia. A Markelle Fultz, he could not handle, a basketball player. He could not handle Philadelphia. Ben Simmons, I don't know. He can't shoot. So we about to see if his mindset, is going to be gone like every other player, walk out of town or what. But our fan base, man, hey, you can see it. If you go on YouTube, there's so many Eagle content creators out there. A lot. And I don't see that for a lot of other fan base. You know what I mean? I popped into you. I bumped into you. I think you came in. What chat was you in? Was you in
Coach Dante.
Chat? Yeah.
Coach Dante.
Yeah. Coach, yeah. But besides that, I don't really see a lot of other, content creators for a lot of other teams.
Oh yeah. Oh, shout out to my brother-in-law. He said it right there. Steelers lost. Eagles game.
Yes.
Oh, so Eagles couldn't handle Bill Burr. Oh, okay. You know what, man? That's the thing that's kind of like the thing about your fan base is like anytime I see YouTube on other NFL fan base, usually the Eagles come to mind also. They come up like because you see a lot of like some really good content creators. Like I've actually had some interaction with quite a few good ones, but the one that people don't want to mention or even affiliate anymore, he doesn't like. He gives you guys a bad sign, but I'm not going to say his name because it's not the perfect time and place to say. But a guy like Desert Eagle, I've had some good conversations with this guy in the past, and me and him always been cool with each other. Very good bid maker in his own right. Lord Brunson is just a good Eagles content creator. I reached out to him, and he was open with it, and there's a lot of good ones, a lot of great
Philly
ones.
500. Philly 500. If you don't know who Philly 500 is,
that's the one I'm trying to reach out to. Yeah, he's hard to get, but he's a good one too.
Yeah, man, he's like the GOAT for the Philadelphia Eagle content creators, man. Like for real. Like people start doing this. I started because of watching him and the passion, and the knowledge behind it, especially on game day when he do his play-by-play. That dude is, he's the beast, man.
I've heard him like he's on top of the food chain when it comes to your fan base. Like him and Lord Brunson are just up there, and you guys are just getting started. But Desert Eagle, he's kind of up there too in his own right. So it's like, you know what, man? Like the thing that stands out is, I see a lot of my own fan base coming around, and it's kind of intriguing that I'm starting to come around and elevate myself a little bit different than some of the other empires of my own. But the thing that's more intriguing about the team, man, it's like there's just a lot of good things to look forward to. The offensive line seems like a strength now a little bit because we added some depth right there. Last year it was an issue. Cornerback depth to me is like the weakest spot when it comes to the depth wise. I like Barnett, but I don't think he can stay healthy. K1 Williams, I don't think he's the kind of guy that can play like all through 16 games. And then when it comes to Mosley, there's times he looks good and there's times he looks bad, but it's like, I don't know who can be there to step up, but I do like that kid that we drafted from Michigan. He's got that confidence. So it's like, I like that about him. Like when I saw him when I saw the press conference, he had that attitude like he could just deliver it or something. And I'm like saying, man, I like that about this kid. You know, I like that. Yeah. And then what catch me by surprise on draft day was drafting a running back, man. That's our strength. We just keep adding more to the game, bro. It's like we got 100 running backs and we make them look like studs out there. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, y'all do. Like Mostert came out of nowhere. Matter of fact, we had him first. We had him
for a short time.
And then we cut him. He went to y'all, and man, he's a beast. I never because Philly never really gave him an opportunity, so I never saw the talent behind his running ability. Man, he's good. Who else y'all got back there?
Oh, we got Jeffrey Wilson, but he's originally injured right now. And then we just got we got this guy from the Giants, Wayne Goldman. He's pretty.
Oh yeah, Goldman. Yeah. He's a power back too. Yeah, he's good.
And then I like the pick of Trey Sermon. That guy's good, but it's like it caught me by surprise. You know, it caught me by surprise when we drafted him. I didn't think we were gonna pick a running back, but the moment we picked Trey Sermon, I was just like saying, "Oh!" And I remember this guy. He came out of Oklahoma for those 3 years. Then he went to Ohio State and balled out. It's like, whoa! I like this. I like this guy. This guy can do it all too. So that's the thing with Shanahan in this year's draft. He did a little bit of something different, like especially drafting a guard from Notre Dame who doesn't seem to fit the scheme, but they want to go with somebody nastier and could be very good. And I'm like thinking, oh, okay, Aaron Banks, he's raw. I thought he was a bit of a reach, but I'm like hoping maybe he could be good if he fits the system right. But seems to me they're changing a little bit of the culture a little bit. So it's like before that, we would just go by those skinny offensive linemen, the ones who were very athletic. Now we're going for some big body guys that could just push and bull people away. You know, it's like, yeah.
I mean, I think y'all gonna lean more on the running game than the passing game because to me, just look outside looking in, I think y'all weakness is Jimmy G.
Yeah, you know, that's the one thing that most people take like in that way. It's like, okay, even when he was on the field, there's been some flaws under Jimmy G. But when we had him on the field, we won games a lot. But then again, he just doesn't give us a lot on our offense. Like, that's why we made that move to get Trey Lance.
Not there. The RPO is not there with Trey Lance. I love that pick so much for y'all, man. Look, if Trey Lance somehow could start, y'all gonna win a lot of games because now team is going to have to respect the dual threat quarterback that y'all have back there. Jimmy G is a statue, like, you know what I mean? And then he tore his ACL that 1 year. Then he had back-to-back season-ending injuries.
No, last year it had to do with the ankle.
Yeah.
And then like in 2018, it had to do with that play where he played against the Chiefs and that injury happened. Yeah. See, Jimmy G he's made a blast. This guy, I mean, I like Jimmy G, and don't get me wrong, I want this guy to be the starter for right now because I don't want Trey Lance to be thrown in the fire. I believe that Trey Lance could be ready. It's just why throw him in the fire too soon when he can really get a good mental aspect of the game and then get himself ahead of when it comes down to it. Like let's say for some reason, like, you know, it's going to happen at some point. But if Jimmy G somehow gets hurt, at least with Trey Lance, he'll have that mindset that he's ready to play and he's going to deliver. That's what I want to see out of it. But I'm not hoping for no injury out of nobody else. But I'm just saying if that's the case scenario, you know, that's what I want to see Trey Lance do. I want him to be ready. So it's like
and Shanahan could call some plays, man, but I think that he's restricted because Jimmy G can't move. So with Trey Lance, when he had RG3, remember RG3 in Washington? RG3 won Rookie of the Year that year because he did a lot. Yeah, a lot. And he got out of college, boom, he started. And I think that Trey Lance could start. Hey, don't be surprised if you start hearing some rumors in training camps. Hey, Trey Lance looks good. Trey Lance. I'm telling you, man. Nowadays, it doesn't matter if they're a rookie or not. You just got to put them out there, man. And because y'all team is good enough. The running backs y'all got with Kittles, Ayuk. I mean, y'all have a lot of Deebo Samuels. And that defense, Warner. That's my guy. Warner's my guy. So y'all team is good enough. I'm telling you right now, y'all weakness is Jimmy G because y'all can't expand the playbook as much as Shanahan wants to do it.
You do got a good point with it. It's like Jimmy just doesn't give us much of an offense. Like, it doesn't give defense the respect, like, when it comes down to it. Like, Trey Lance can really scramble when he wants to, and he can extend the plays. He can really extend those plays and make it into a big throw. He's got a strong arm to throw. Yeah, they could start Trey and only have him pass. Well, yeah, that could be the smart way, but it's like, from what I'm hearing, okay, from a bunch of sources and all that stuff, okay, this is what the Niners are planning to do this year. They're looking to get 500 rushing attempts from running backs. I don't know if that's possible. But it's in a 17-game stretch, so it's a possibility that we might do that. So
so y'all gonna be a run-heavy team then. 500 pass, rushing attempt. That's a run-heavy team.
Only team that's done it mostly is Baltimore. Baltimore's been doing it a lot, so it's been like their strength. But it's like, I'm good with that, but I want to see some big plays from the receivers a little bit, man. I mean, they take away all the damn plays.
But you will, though, because, like, look, the thing with Baltimore is Lamar Jackson, like, besides that 1 year, he won the MVP. I mean, 9 times out of 10, he's not really throwing. Like, I mean, his throwing motion is off. He's not really a passer. But Trey Lance is. So, he could throw that ball. So now, hey, they got to respect Trey Lance, his running ability, y'all running back, and Kittles over the middle. So y'all gonna get some good plays, some big plays.
Oh yeah, that's what's gonna give us more in that play action, especially with Trey Lance's arm talent and the way he delivers the ball. And sure, he still needs work on the mechanic area, but that's what happened with Josh Allen. Josh Allen had to elevate that way. So it's that's what I like about this pick. I think it's just based by the fact that he fits this offense, and the ceiling is just very similar to what Josh Allen could do. It's like, oh, I like this comparison. But I know he needs to be Trey Lance. That's it. That's all I'm hoping for. Play smart football, take care of the football, be very consistent, improve your craft every year. That's all that matters when it comes to this NFL. You know, when you play in this league, there's always room to improve. There's always room to grow. So it's either you improve or you decline. Plain and simple.
Exactly, because the game moves so fast nowadays, man. It's like, hey, there's so many plays that get thrown on a player's plate. Like, just, hey, y'all gotta learn it. Y'all gotta learn it, or we gotta try and find somebody that could learn it faster than you can. And
So okay, so as an opposing fan, what's the expectation you want the Eagles to step up to? Like, what do you expect? Okay, like, let's go on the offensive side of the ball.
Okay.
Who do you see as your sleeper that I might need to, like, say, you know what, we might need to watch out for this guy?
I think Jalen Reagor is going to have a breakout season because he's not the number one, right? So Devontae Smith will be the number one. So he's going to draw a lot of coverage. And then Goddard, this is his contract extension year. So I believe that he's going to have a big season, which Jalen Reagor, he's the guy that nobody will be looking toward, because last year he kind of wet the bed, honestly. 300 yards. Yes, he was injured the first 4 games, but 300 yards in a season, and you play 12 games. But the whole offense was crap last year. But Jalen Reagor, I believe, will have at least 6-7 touchdowns, about 800 yards. So I'm looking for him to have a big year. So I think with the acquisition of, and Travis Fulgham too. Travis Fulgham, he's another big body wide receiver that stepped up last year for us. So those 2 guys. But Devontae Smith, man, I think he's not going to have such a big year because all the coverage is going. Heisman Trophy winner. I don't know if you watched that championship game. This dude had three touchdowns before halftime.
Yeah, and he had like 200 yards receiving in that championship game too.
Yes,
that was insane.
Yes, but and the thing is, people saying, "Oh, he's too small. He's too small." His route running is so beautiful. Like his hands, his route running. Yo, I don't care how small he is because Deshaun Jackson, we always had small wide receivers. Macklin, Jackson. I mean, but still. But Jalen Reagor is my breakout player with, of course, Jalen Hurts because we need Jalen Hurts to ball out because the Philadelphia Eagles could possibly have 3 first-round picks next year. Now,
okay.
Yeah, because we got one from the trade. We was at number 6, and we traded with Miami because Miami traded with y'all. So we got a first-round pick for that. And then when Carson Wentz went to the Colts, if he plays 76% of the plays and go to the playoffs, then we get a first-round pick. That second become a first, and then we'll have our own. So we have a potential 3 first-round picks next year. 3.
Oh, dude, that's intriguing. Just like how Miami did it last year, where they had like multiple first rounds or 3. But okay, so Jalen Reagor would have to be somebody we have to be more concerned about because he does put the top on the defense, and
yes,
he's a very speedy receiver.
He is.
Travis Fulgham. He did start it out good early in the season, and then he just didn't seem to show the consistency later in the season. I had him on my fantasy lead. I thought this guy was giving me some good garbage points, and then it just went away, bro. It went away.
You know what happened? Because Alshon Jeffrey was making $10+ million to play, and Howie Roseman, if he's paying you money, he wants you out there, which took Fulgham out the picture. So.
Yeah, check out 49ers Ultimate Report. He's a good Niners YouTuber. If you want to debate on that week too, he's looking for other fan base to collaborate. Also, besides he does Niners. Yeah. So okay. Now I can understand where you're coming from. Alshon Jeffrey was a top dollars on your receiving core, and I know that when you paid this guy so much money, you expect this guy to play. Yeah. But instead, a guy like Travis Fulgham just came out of the blue and started out great. And I remember having him on my fantasy league for those pickup waivers.
Yes.
He was giving me some good points, and then later in the season, it started falling off. I'm like, damn, man. Barely target the guy. And I'm like thinking, man, this guy was a stud early, and it's all like that. So it's like, oh, is that John Jay? Yep, that's Ultimate Report. Okay, let's get onto the defense. Like, which is a player from the Eagles that might be a concern for the opposing offense, like in a way, like you might just say, you know what, this guy's going to be good for the Eagles.
Well, look, on defense this year, Fletcher Cox needs to step up because Fletcher Cox has not averaged double-digit sacks since our Super Bowl year, and we are paying this guy $15 million, $16 million a year. And this offseason, his work ethics came into question because they try to compare him to Aaron O'Donnell. Because O'Donnell, they play the same position, but they're 2 different players. O'Donnell came in the league 2 years after Fletcher Cox did, right? And been double teamed and triple teamed and got 30 more sacks than Fletcher Cox. 30 more sacks, and that's 2 years after he came in. So if Fletcher Cox do not step up this year, I have a strong feeling that next year he's going to get traded. He's going to get traded. So he needs to step up. If he's our anchor on that defensive line, oh my God. Last year we had 49 sacks last year without blitzing because Jim Shores don't believe in blitzing. And we still had 49 sacks. So imagine this year, if he's dominant on that defensive line and we blitzing, a lot of teams is going to get sacked. A lot of teams is going to feel it. So, but yeah, Fletcher Cox and then Darius Slay. We are playing a lot of bona fide number 1 wide receivers that could, like every team that we playing got 3 wide receivers that could, beat us like anytime. So that's why the CB2, we had to address that. But Darius Slay, I need him to follow every number 1. I don't want him to stay on one side. I need him to travel. If you're that guy, I need him to follow every number one and shut some number ones down, or at least try to. But I don't need you on the side with this, like, man, the wide receiver 2 or 3 over there. No, follow the guy. Tell the coach, hey, I want him. I want Debo Samuel. Like, you know what I mean? Debo is my guy. I had him on my fantasy last year, and that's another that kept him getting hurt. But yeah, so I need him to cover Debo, Cooper, like all the Mike Evans. Like, I need him to cover all the number ones and stop running away from it.
Yeah. See, I guess you're just trying to go for the ones who need to step up with these contracts. Like, okay, all right, since we're getting to that debate, man, Fletcher Cox, man, he does the dirty work. I mean, I guess in some ways there's some criticism right there from what you're saying. So, you know what? Since we're gonna go criticism on a team of mine, how about Eric Armstead, man? This guy's even paid more than Fletcher Cox, and he hasn't even produced. He had one breakout year just from that 2019 season, and we're paying him $17.5 million, and he didn't produce squat. He didn't produce squat after that. How are you gonna pay a guy $17.5 million after he had one breakout year? I rather just kept Buckner, but no, we gotta keep Armstead, man. Damn, that's what still shakes my head a little bit. But this guy has to step up. That's the one player that needs to step up is Eric Armstead. Offensive side of the ball, it's got to be Mike McGlinchey, man. Block, step it up a little better, man. None of that patty cake stuff, kid. You're from Philly, so you should know what it's like to be tough, man. Come on. Don't be like Matt Ryan. Don't be like your cousin. Be tough. All right, but if we're going to talk about sleepers, man, if we're going to talk about sleepers on my team, okay. You guys don't know much about this guy, but okay, on the offensive side of the ball, this guy doesn't get enough recognition for the dirty work he does. So you may see him as a backup to George Kittle, but this guy, when he gets his opportunities, man, this guy steps up, and it's Ross Dwelley, man. That guy, he's a solid blocker too. But when he gets the ball, bro, he can just move the chains a little bit. Sometimes people don't even. Oh yeah, Juice also, Kyle Juszczyk, another one. But I'm going by under the radar. But yeah, you could say Kyle Juszczyk, but I think Ross Dwelley doesn't get enough credit. So yeah, I can go with that argument. Kyle Juszczyk, if we use him a lot, he's more like a tight end than he is a fullback.
Yeah. Y'all the only team that still have a fullback. Y'all the only team that still have a fullback, by the way.
I think there's like another team that has a fullback now. They just drafted one from the Rams. Oh yeah, Diamond Hands Dwelley, but I'm talking about like guys that sleep on. Like Dwelley's a guy that nobody talks much about. Yeah, why Juice? If you have never used him yet, that is true. They need to utilize him more as a tight end and then run the ball effectively. But he's more of a blocker. So another guy on defense that might concern everybody else is, man, the thing that could be the guy that you guys can't sleep on is Dre Greenlaw. He's a clutch linebacker. He can make the plays at the right time. He doesn't get much talk about, but he made that play. Besides Fred Warner, you got this kid, Dre Greenlaw, number 57. This guy makes clutch plays. Doesn't get talked about as much. But when he makes those plays, he makes the plays at the right time. And he, like against Seattle, he made that game-saving tackle. Even in a Monday night football game, he intercepted the ball. He intercepted the ball on Russell Wilson and almost took it to the house, but a little shorter. But he's that kind of guy that people have been sleeping on. This guy was a 5th-round draft pick out of Arkansas, and he's been nothing but spectacular for this team. And that's the thing. They've been sleeping on this guy. So that's one player you might need to watch out for is that guy. Fred Warner, he gets all the attention, but Dre Greenlaw is a guy you got to watch out for. He can make the turnovers also. Then you got this Al-Shaair, number 51. Very good Sam Backer also when it comes to it. Like these guys, they just got that blue chip on them shoulders for being late-round picks.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Man. So how do you see the upcoming matchup, though? Like what's so what's the biggest concern that you're gonna face when y'all play the Eagles? Like what's y'all? Like, I could tell you mine is damn Kittles, man. Kittles is going to kill us. We need cover linebackers. So hopefully with the addition of Eric Wilson from the Minnesota Vikings last year, we got in the offseason, hopefully he could help us out a lot. But Kittles, that's my concern. I mean, Ayuk and Samuels, but Kittles set the tone for y'all every time. You saw the game against the Saints at one game. That dude got hit 20,000 times and still kept on running with no helmet, knocking people out. He's a reliable tight end every year. I think between him and Kelsey, but he's going to be the number one tight end this year moving forward. I think Kelsey is a little bit, he's getting older and stuff like that. But Kittles, man.
Yeah, like, okay, if you're talking about what would concern me, see, we haven't fared well against mobile quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts is a very mobile quarterback, so that might be the most weakness right there. We did sign Samson Ebicom. He is known to slow down mobile quarterbacks because he's done it he's done it with the Rams. So that's the only concern is, can we slow down a mobile quarterback? Can we slow him down? Because we have a good defense, but when it happens to these mobile quarterbacks, they seem to have their way. It's like that's the only concern when it comes down to it. But then I want to see if our offensive line has progressed, because last year the Eagles they have a good defensive line. They can get to the pressure. That's the only concern I've seen. Those are like maybe two major concerns a little, because because the Eagles, they have a really good defensive line. Like, you got Brandon Graham, you got Fletcher Cox, you got this what's that dude's name? The one you guys drafted from Tennessee a while back. Derek Barnett.
Barnett, Barnett got to show up, man. If Barnett, he broke the Reggie White set record in college, and he came in with this big hype. This dude this is his fourth year. I think fourth or fifth year, and the most sexy total is about 15 total. Like, come on now, and he starts. So it's not like he's a rotation player. He starts. So he got to step up. If he step up with Graham and Cox and Brian Kerrigan, Montell Sweat, we have some guys. Josh Sweat.
Josh Sweat. Yeah, that's another guy that you guys got in the late round from, what is it, Florida State or something?
I think
that guy's wrong.
But he needs opportunities too. So.
Yeah, that's the only thing that concerned me the previous year when we were playing against you guys. It had to be because we didn't protect the quarterback, and it had to be the fact that Carson Wentz was able to scramble and we weren't able to slow it down. So that was the only downfall of why we lost to the Eagles, and plus we didn't capitalize. So I think
our quarterback, though. I think if y'all had a little bit better quarterback, y'all might would have won that game. Because y'all had Mullins back there, and they abused him. They took full advantage of, I guess, inexperience, but Mullins been in the league for a while. So
So how do you feel about Nick Mullins now being on your roster as a third quarterback now? Do you think he even makes the roster, or you think you have another quarterback that might beat him?
Well, I think because we only got 3 quarterbacks on the roster, unless we're going to sign somebody else. So it's Joe Flacco and Mullins. We had that kid we let go, freak.
Sudfeld.
Well, Sudfeld we was happy to let him go. Now this undrafted free agent quarterback that we had, but we cut him like a few weeks ago, and I thought Jamie Newman.
The guy from Wake Forest, right, or Georgia?
Yeah. So. Yeah, we had him as a backup. I thought that would have been perfect, because even if something happened to Jalen Hurts, you still keep the mobility going. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Nick Mullins, I don't know, man. I had no confidence in Mullins. I think that Joe Flacco could control, the game better than Nick Mullins. And Mullins has some good games. I've seen him play. He has some good games. He gets hot. He go on a little streak, but I don't know.
Yeah, the thing with Mullins is like when he's on a streak, he can play his best, but it's like his win and loss records kind of prove itself. So like, if you guys were to play a team like Seattle, Mullins will give you some good numbers right there, but it has to be against terrible secondaries.
Who's your backup?
So yeah, what's our backup?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jimmy G and Trey Lance, but after those ones, we have like a debate with these other quarterbacks. Josh Rosen's like in the third spot, and then Nate Sudfeld. Then we got Nate Sudfeld as the one that's going to battle. Dude, I don't know why we signed him.
We switched quarterback. We had Sudfeld.
Yeah, it's like we flipped it right there. We flipped it, man. So I guess we only brought him in because he's familiar with one of our coaching staff and he knows the system too. So it's like that's probably why. But I don't know. He's got more. He signed a guaranteed contract more than Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen only signed like a 1-year deal, but it wasn't much guarantee. Mm-hmm. Nate Sudfeld has $2,500 of guaranteed money. So even if we cut him, he's getting some good pay out of that.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I can't believe how Josh Rosen has fallen, man. Yo, this dude was a first-round draft pick. Wasn't he the number 1 pick?
He was for the Cardinals. I think he was number 10 pick, but dude, they just had a
golly.
Yeah. Godly, man. It's insane. Like this guy had potential. Everybody was talking about how he had that quick release. He had that confidence. Everybody was talking about, oh, he's going to be the next good quarterback. Hey, will the Eagles get Deshaun Watson if he's traded? I don't think so.
We don't want him. We don't want him. Because we don't. Well, not only that, but we have to give way too much to get him. Like I said, if Jalen Hurts just played well enough, 8-9 wins, next year we got 3 first-round picks. But if he doesn't, if he stinks it up, then those 3 first-round picks is going to go to the Houston because, they want five picks for him and players.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. That's too damn much. Just because it's like that's like trading for LeBron James or something like that, man. It's like
5
insane.
Picks and a player, like hell no. I know he's a 25-year-old Pro Bowl quarterback. Hey, they don't fall off the trees. I got that, but I'm not.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's too much, man.
This is Rosen's last chance. I feel he's going to ball. Well, that's the thing. He has to ball. He has to compete with Nate Sudfeld for that 3rd spot. I mean, that's the choice because we do have 4 quarterbacks on the main roster. So that does leave that 3rd spot open. So Josh Rosen versus Nate Sudfeld, who's going to win that? But then again, here's where it goes, Rosen does have to prove himself. And the thing that kind of gives Nate Sudfeld the advantage is the fact that he's familiar with the coaching staff we brought back from your guys' coaching staff. So he's got a good understanding. Well, I'm here, so what Tommy doesn't get fined. Oh, what is this? The beast mode? The Marshawn Lynch? I'm here so I don't get fined. Oh, man, this is funny, man. Nah, but straight up, man, like, okay, like out of all the NFC East teams, why do you feel that this is the year for the Eagles to at least win that division? Because I see a lot of this. You know what? I'll be honest. I'll be a naysayer about you guys. Like I just think you guys are a young team. It's pretty unproven. It's an unproven. I mean, just go by the word I said. It's an unproven talent and a new head coach. So it could be a little challenging for you guys. But I'm not saying that you guys won't win a division. I just think that it's hard, when you change your culture, you change a little bit of everything, and you got a young squad. It takes a little bit of time. But hey, with this NFC East, it's very open for any team in that division. So it's like I may just say, hey, the Eagles may not be the best team in that division, or they may be the worst. Doesn't mean I'm just saying it just to say it. No. Yeah. I just think that, hey, maybe this is a good thing for the Eagles to prove people wrong. Yeah,
look, and every team in our division have question marks. Like, from the Cowboys, their defense, we don't know what type of defense that they're going to have. Last year, there was historically bad defense. Yes, they made a couple pieces. They got Karen O'Neal and somebody else, but they both coming off Achilles and ACL. And then, they did a good job in the draft with Michael Parsons, And then Dak is coming back from injury. We don't know how healthy he's going to be. We don't know if it, the first time he gets hit, is he going to shock or whatever. I mean, we don't know. So Dallas got the defense and the Dak Prescott injury concern, because we know if you try to rush back from injury, like Carson Wentz, like he never was the same. He tried to rush back from torn ACL, and then his back started hurting because you over try to do one area because you're trying to and not put too much pressure on this area. So now you overcompensate. But all right, the Giants. Go ahead.
So the Giants, they seem like the team with the least pressure because, not really much pressure because it's still a young team still.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get to what you're going to say.
Yeah, Daniel Jones. We do not trust Daniel Jones. And last year, this guy threw 11 touchdowns, 10 picks. That was his season. So Daniel Jones is the weak link on the Giants. If they had a better quarterback, every expert would probably pick the Giants because they got Barkley, they got Galladay, Slayton. So they got Ingram tight end, a Kyle Rudolph now. So they have a good team. And then the defense got better. So the only bad spot is that quarterback. And we know the quarterback is everything. It can make or break a team. So, and then the Washington football team, Ryan Fitzpatrick had not started a full 16-game season in 5-6 years. Like he's a journeyman for a reason. He's a good backup. He's a great backup. Hey, he come in and win you about 5-6 games. But if you're relying on Ryan Fitzpatrick to win a whole 16 games, like a full season, no. And then now the Eagles, yes, we're a young team, but there's no tape out there on Nick Sirianni's offense. He never been a head coach before. So there's no tape out there for teams to go scout the Eagles and say, you know what, man, what do they like to do? There's no tape. And then on defensive side, Jonathan Gannon, there's no tape on him either because he never been a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive back coach, but not a defensive coordinator. So the unknown factor is what is intriguing to me, because every coach that comes in the NFL, the first year, especially Deshaun McVay, even Doug Peterson came in, they had success. So that's what I'm trying to say, that the Philadelphia Eagles fans, we're excited because we got a mobile quarterback, some young running back, a good receiving core, tight end. Right now, we got Hurts and Goddard. And our defense, our defense is good now. Like our only issue was the CB2, but we got safeties. Anthony Harris led the league in interception 2 years ago. Eric Wilson we got from Minnesota. So as long we don't shoot our own self, we'll win the division. I think that we could beat every team in the division.
Okay, so that might be very convincing for me to say, you know what? They don't have tape on what Nick Sirianni could do and what is it, Gannon, whatever his name is?
Yeah, Jonathan Gannon.
Jonathan Gannon, but here's what they can only do the film on what they see from the Colts. That's all they could do because they don't know what to expect out of Nick Sirianni. So
no, they do not.
But the only thing they could do on the film is look at what the Colts did. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. But he didn't call the plays.
Nope.
So he was just there, but he didn't call the plays or anything. But I said the first 4 teams, right? The first 4 teams, our first game is against the Falcons. All right. And then we got y'all. And then I believe we have either the Panthers, and then we have the Chiefs. So those are our first 4 games. Now, if we could surprise, beat a couple of those teams because there's no tape to go look at, there's no game plan. But after that, of course, they're going to be plenty of tapes out there. 4 games, 5 games. Of course, teams going to start looking at the tape moving forward. But we could catch a couple teams asleep in the first few games. Yeah.
So, okay. So you're as confident as any other fan, just for the fact that nobody has film on Nick Sirianni as a head coach, and there's just something there. But so let's put it this way, okay? So are you very confident that you're gonna beat the Niners at this? Because like you said, there's no film. What are we gonna prepare for?
Well, look, I'll tell you this right now. Because of Jimmy, if Trey Lance starts, I think the Niners will beat the Philadelphia Eagles because we have problems with mobile quarterbacks also. So at least the past couple of years we have. But if Jimmy G is a statue back there, our front, hey, they're coming for him. And I don't know what kind of blitz they're going to be doing because Jonathan Gannon, every time they try to ask him about his scheme, he says, I don't have a scheme. It's going to be based on who we playing. That's what we're going to do. That reminds me of the Patriot mindset. The offensive coordinator, the head coach, the defense, they all say the same thing. We don't have a scheme. So we don't know what we're going to run until we are preparing for our opponent. So, and I like that mindset. I love it because you can't go in there game after game after game, playing the same stupid stick defense we used to play last year because Jim Schwartz don't do nothing else. So with that being said, if Jimmy G is back there, yeah, we coming for him. And I think it's going to be one of those 2 sacks that change the game around. But, I mean, look, I think if we beat the Niners, then we'll be on a good path to the season because that's our first biggest test. Because the Falcons, we played the Falcons the past 3 years. Well, I mean, the past 3 out of 4 years. And we should have been 3-0 against them if Nelson Aguilar didn't drop that ball that went right through his hands on the Monday night. But, I mean, we'll see, though. But like you said, your offensive line, I don't know how confident you feel about your offensive line against a tough defense. That's any team that got a tough defense. How you feel about your offensive line?
Especially with a defensive line like the Eagles. They know how to get to that. They know how to generate some pressure there. So, see, I'm kind of like thinking, you know what? The offensive line was addressed with Alex Mack. I'm pretty sure with him, he's far better than what we had with Weston Richburg or Ben Garland. No offense to Daniel Brunskill, but we put him at a place, and he just wasn't capable of playing center at a high level. So looking at the bright side, okay, yeah, we did take care of Trent Williams. We gave him a mega contract. Mike McGlinchey just has to step up, man. It's been our weakest spot at the O-line. It's just the way Mike McGlinchey has been terrible in pass block. Run block, he's spectacular, but pass blocking's been his weakness, and this is the year that he has to prove it because after that he isn't getting another contract. So it's like that's the one concern of me is Mike McGlinchey, man. Like Brandon Graham or whoever you guys got in the matchup, man, it might just bull rush this guy, and he might just be like, you guys might just push him like a rag doll, like he's soft as a Care Bear, bro. Like this guy needs to step up better. So, like as confident as the offensive line, the right guard position's wide open. So Brunskill, Aaron Banks, they're competing for that starting job. So I feel like it's a little bit better than last year. It's just I want to see McGlinchey to step it up a little better.
Okay, all right, yeah. And look, another thing about the Eagles, right? Their DNs, Ryan Kerrigan, Sweat, Graham, Barnett, is rotating throughout the whole game. So they always going to be fresh. We got some depth on that defensive line. Yo, Hargrave, Cox in the middle. You got Graham, Barnett, Sweat, Kerrigan. Yeah, it's going to be a tough. But look, okay. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. I really cannot wait for that game.
Yeah, now that we're talking about defensive line depth now, man, like I feel like this is a very deep defensive line depth that we had this year. Like, okay, Nick Bosa's coming back from an injury. Not sure about D Ford, man, but if he can play a little bit of what he did, then I'm good with that. But we got some deep bodies at the DN. Like we got Samson Ebby come from the Rams. He's got some high ceiling, high potential. Then we got Arden Key from the Raiders, who's got some potential too. Maybe proper coaching. He just needs proper coaching. Jordan Willis, he did show some promise last year, but he's got upside. Like looking at the defensive tackle position, it's very good. Like I do like the depth. Like You got a guy like DJ Jones. Nobody talks about this guy. He's good off the rotation. He's a good run stopper. He's kind of improved a little bit better as a pass rusher. But Javon Kinlaw, I just want to see this guy break out. He did okay as a rookie. Eric Armstead, I just think he's better as an inside than he is as an end. They try to put him everywhere. I don't know. Oh, Willis is gone. I thought he's suspended. But did we cut him? I thought he was suspended for those 6 games because according to what happened. But if that's the case, then we're probably going to keep Arden Key likely. But it was going to be a debate competition between those two. So looking at the defensive line depth this year, we did sign a guy, Zach Kerr. He's very underrated, a journeyman defensive lineman. He had his best year with the Panthers. As far as like Maurice Hurst, another Raider that we picked up also, he's got a motor, very good player. I was surprised they cut him too. So I'm like, damn, why did the Raiders get rid of some decent players? It wasn't as bad, but now they're giving us some good treasure right there, or some good trash that we can use. Hey, good luck with them taking Solomon Thomas. I don't think he's going to be good with the Raiders. The guy's soft. The guy's as soft as a marshmallow. He's even softer than Eric Armstead.
So in your division now, since we spoke about my division, so your division.
Oh yeah, Street is a beast.
Who do you think is the team to beat? If not y'all, who do you think is the team to beat? And how many teams you think will make the playoff out of that division? I think it's the hardest division in football.
Oh yeah. Okay. Since you're talking about what team is tough for us this year, I gotta give it to the Rams because they are a more complete team. There's not a weakness on their offense, except the offensive line would just need more improvement, and they needed to address that spot. But as far as them as a weakness, they don't have much weakness on offense. They have a good receiving core. Stafford is a huge upgrade over Goff.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And the tight end group seems underrated. Like, I think they got a good tight end group. The running back group is really solid. Defensively, they're very stacked.
Yep, Ramsey, Donald.
Yeah, they got that Floyd guy too, that Leonard Floyd.
Too. But, he is.
But yeah, the Rams just seem to have a lot of talent. If we're talking talented wise, they are the team to beat, in my opinion. But Seattle, for some reason, they seem to have our number. But even with their least talented, they still got Russell Wilson, so that's still a possibility. But Arizona, for some reason, I don't want to sound too arrogant and cocky, but man, dude, like they don't seem to worry me as much, but they've been having our number. But when it comes to the Cardinals, they had a good start. They had a good start early in the season, and then later in the season, they just started struggling. So that's the only thing I see a lot of concern with Arizona. Like, yeah, you got all the talent, but your defense needed some work. Kyler Murray just needs to be consistent.
Yeah. And they got an extra receiver this year too. They got AJ Green.
Yeah, that's the intriguing signing. Then they got JJ Watt also. So it's like,
they got Green. Their defensive core is good. Kurt, Green, Hopkins. Yeah, they
got a good receiving group right there. I'm not even doubting it whatsoever. I just think they just don't seem to concern me as much like a team who could win that division. They're just sleepers, but I think if they can just get a better head coach, man, Kingsbury is a little bit suspect.
Yeah.
He never had much. He didn't have success in college when he was coaching in the Big 12. You never saw him win a championship.
Right? Texas Tech.
Yeah. Texas Tech. Yeah. But he never had any success in that. He has a winning record, maybe a 500 record, but he just never had success against other competition. Lincoln Riley's owned him. Quite a few other people. You can go on with the list, but when I thought of the hiring of that guy, I was like thinking, are the Cardinals desperate? Are they just looking for that next Sean McVay?
Sean McVay. Yeah. He got connection to Sean McVay, I think.
Oh, I'm friends with Sean McVay. Hire me. Hey, just like the Bengals, they hired that quarterback coach. Oh, I'm Sean McVay. I work for him.
Yeah, exactly. So who's winning the division?
Division. I just can't say it yet. It depends, But if we can stay healthy, I believe we have a chance. But I think as far as a team who's more of a favorite, I hope I'm wrong about this, but it's just coming from a realistic fan. I do think the Rams could be the team to win that division because I know that we have their number for the last couple of seasons, but I still think they're the team to beat. Prove me wrong. I'm coming off of a realistic fan. I do think the Rams could win that division without a doubt. But if we're healthy and we can play consistent, I don't see no doubt in my mind we will win that division. But as far as like realistically, it's just the Rams. They're more complete. They're well coached. It's like I don't see much of a weakness to the Rams, except to the fact that maybe their offensive line's a little bit of a weakness. But other than that, they're really good.
Well, they just lost their running back, their starting running back to a torn ACL. No, Achilles, I think it was. Yeah, he's gone for the year.
But I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. They can still get another running back to fill in. They can always get somebody who can fit the system. So it's like, see, Sean McVay is doing exactly what Shanahan's doing now, running back by committee. Even though losing Cam Akers is a big deal, but I still think they'll get some guys to step in. So it's like, as long as they have that Darrell Henderson guy, they should be okay, but they just need a complimentary back. Yeah,
I mean, look, I think that y'all division will have at least maybe 3 playoff teams out of that division. Because if you go everywhere else, there's only going to be one from the NFC East. I mean, because if we beat up on each other and we lose games that we supposed to win, but I think the winner, the division winner at the NFC East, the Tampa Bay Bucks is going to win that division. I don't see the Saints doing much, especially with Michael Thomas is out for the first month, the first month at least. And then and Green Bay. And Green Bay might win that division if Aaron Rodgers come back. You know what I mean? If they don't, then the Vikings. So that might be either y'all division or the North might have 2 division teams out of it. Remember now, it's 3 wild cards now.
Yeah, I do think it could come down to like, this may sound crazy, but I've heard a lot of like debate that maybe it could be 4 of the NFC West. It's really good, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be 3. I think 3 is the likely because you got a lot of good teams there. But okay, as a realistic Eagles fan for yourself, who you think is going to win that NFC East?
I got Washington because their defense. I mean, their overall team, their defensive lines is all first round picks. I mean, they are monsters. They got their wide receiver core is pretty solid, and they got a stable quarterback. But could he stay healthy or play good the whole season? Because Ryan Fitzpatrick only got 4 or 5 good games in him. Every year you see that. He start hot or they bench him, he come back, boom, he start hot again. So I have the Washington football team winning that division. If not us, but I have the Washington football team winning that division. The Cowboys, I just don't. I mean, the Cowboys going to do what Cowboys do. I mean, they just going to get on their own way. Jerry Jones is going to get in that way. But the Washington football team.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree on that. Washington football team has a great all-around defense. Offensively, they just need a quarterback. That's it. But I don't know. Like the Cowboys, for some reason, they hired a better defensive coordinator, so maybe there's a chance that their defense.
They hired the worst defensive coordinator from last year. Had the Falcons team, Dan Quinn.
No, but he was more of a head coach. Like when he was a defensive play caller, he did good for Seattle. I mean, I don't know. Like there's a difference. Like
he had balls too in Seattle now. Sherman, Wagner, Chancellor, KJ Wright. Thomas, I mean, he had ballers. He didn't have this what he has in Dallas. Dallas is, and then you got a rookie, a defensive back, and he's a rapper, and you draft him because he's tall. Like, Bossman Fat, whatever.
Trayvon Diggs?
No, Trayvon Diggs is going in second year, but Bossman Fat, Calvin Joseph, They drafted Calvin Joseph. He got a rapping career on the side. So see, that's all that distraction, man. The Dallas Cowboys is going to do it.
So they drafted a rapper, man. So he's gonna be he's gonna be trash talking. He's gonna be like, okay, so for Calvin Joseph, this would be his conference if he had to call out his opponent, like, hey, Devontae Smith, I'm gonna shut you down because we the boys. And
but yeah, so hey, man, I don't trust their defense, man. I trust the Washington football team defense way better than I trust. Yeah. I mean, they're the best defense. They are the best defense in the Nfc East. It is Washington football.
They got a good all around talent. All they needed was a linebacker, and they got one. So see, you got a good point, but if you look at Dan Quinn's track record, come on, like a head coach is a lot different than being a play caller,
True.
But like if you look at Dan Quinn's track record, it speaks for itself. I hope that he doesn't do good for that defense. I just hope so. But I can't deny that. If he can really turn around a team like Seattle and make them a historic great defense, then maybe there's hope for the Cowboys defense to make some strides,
Yeah,
but
they're going to be a little bit better. But if you're the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, your specialty is defense. So that team was the worst at the whole league, the worst defense. So you mean to tell me as a head coach, every Sunday I'm watching my defensive coordinator and I'm not going to say nothing, and that's my specialty is defense? No, there's no way. So who was at fault? Like, I don't know. You got to put some blame on Dan Quinn because he's a defensive guru. That's what that was his. That's why the Falcons hired him.
Yeah, but he brought in some people. Okay. All right. So let's get to the end of the stream part. Where they can find your channel. And
yes. Hey man, look, you can find me on Twitter, IG, JC Eaglestalk. Hey, we could talk about any sport, any team. Hey, I love talking sports. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. But yeah, hey, hit me up, man. And if you're an Eagles fan in this stream, hey, and you not sub my boy up, hey, sub him up, man. Yo, he's a cool cat. Sub him up so we could talk trash to him before the game, that week before the game starts. You already know.
Man. I love that Philly love, man. I love that Philly love, like that brotherly love, man. Maybe a little bit of booze. Maybe those booze will be great. Yeah, but in all seriously, man, go check out my boy JC Eaglestalk, man. He's an up and coming YouTuber. I think how long have you had your channel?
Like 3 months.
Okay, so 3 months. You're like at least over, what is it, like 150?
I'm like 191.
Oh, dude, you're getting up there. I mean, hey guys, man, if you like some passionate fans, man, go check out my boy JC Eaglestalk, man. This is
Eagles.
Hey, you gotta like these Philadelphia fans. As much as I had to admire the fact you guys are very passionate. Like I give you guys, I'll put your fan base way above the Raider fan base because at least you guys are more passionate.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me come on your channel, man. Look, anytime you want to collab, talk, man, hey, just hit me up, man. I'll bring you on my channel next time.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Just hit me up on Twitter or something. We'll figure something out, man. But, hey, Coach Dante is saying what's up to you. Hey, I guess you got yourself an Eagles fanboy, too, even though he's a Texan fan. Like, I don't get it, man.
He's a new Eagle, man. Look, man. Look, every live stream, right, I have these applications, man, these Eagle applications for teams that are, and for sorry teams this year, hey, come on board. September 8th is the deadline because the season starts September 9th. So if you want to be an Eagles fan, come on board. Hey, hit me up on Twitter. I got you.
Hey, Nosdar, there's an application for the Eagles, man. You can join the Eagles fan base. No, I'm just playing, bro. I'm messing with you. No, but in all seriously, yeah, definitely go check out JC Eaglestalk. I get he had his channel for 3 months and he's already like close to 200 subscribers. That's remarkable. Hey, I definitely look forward to the near future. We can collaborate, even on the hate weeks. Even if I'm still going to collaborate with Lord Brunson, I can still make a little room for you to go in. So,
all right.
Yeah. So, overall, man, any of my followers that don't know who JC Eagles Talk is, go check out his content and hit the thumbs up, hit the notification, go check his channel out. Like even if he's gonna have a previous week against my team, go in there and just say, get a little cocky a little bit, fire him up a little bit. You know, that's what I like about these Philly fans. Yeah.
Hey, I want them. Hey, I will have a fan calling, and y'all could call in. I'll put y'all on the stream, and y'all could talk and let us know why y'all think that y'all about to beat the Eagles that week. Matter of fact, the week before we play, I'm gonna have a fan call in. And y'all could just call in. Okay. I'll put you on the. Hey, y'all could talk. Hey, we could go at it.
Okay, I go on this. I go on the caller and say, "Hey, JC, I don't know, man. We'll see about that." All right, man. Good stream. Yeah, bro. Like I said, man, I'm here to help everybody else grow their channel. But hey, JC Eagles Talk, man, this is a good cat right here, man. And I approve this guy, man. Coach Dante, huge shout out to you, bro. I thank you for giving me this guy to come over here and check out my channel too, because this guy's very talkative and he can go on for hours. But at this point, this stream's about to come to an end. And you know what, man? This is good stuff, man. See, even a Niners fan appreciates that, man, and that's what I like.
Appreciate you.
So, hey, let's get this guy to 200 subs already, man.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Catch y'all later. All right, man. All right. So JC Eagles Talk has left the stream, and you know what it is? CG Ruthless Sports is out. And thank every one of y'all. I want to give you guys a shout out, and then I'm going to end the stream in a little bit. Shout out to Tommy Huxley. Shout out to Ryan Balesto, whatever. And shout out to my brother-in-law, the baddest on the planet. And shout out to my biggest fanboy, Tommy. Gavin Upright Cartwright. Huge shout out to you. Huge shout out to those other Eagle fans like 19 and Rust or something. Rust 1K Gaming Content. And huge shout out to everybody else. I thank you guys. And huge shout out to Corey Davis. Corey Davis, biggest fan on the show. Huge shout out to you. And huge shout out to Nosedar Sports. Go check them out. Everybody else, have a great day. And CG Ruthless Sports is out. And go Niners. Peace.